Hey, Deepalu here. I'm here in my art studio getting ready to paint on a client's personal divine presence portal. If you don't know what that is, it's basically where I tune into your energy of what spirit guide is around you to help you start to manifest your purpose and to help you overcome any challenge that you might be having in moving forward on that purpose. I can actually tune into people's energy and see what spirit guides are wanting to help them. I never let people see the personal divine presence portal that I'm creating for clients, so it's kind of hidden away right now over on the corner. But I wanted to check in with you with my weekly pep talk. Remember about it's about purpose, energy, and power. And last week I kind of ended with you had to determine where you are, whether you actually don't know your purpose at all, or whether you know what your purpose is, but you've been too afraid to move forward, or you're not really moving forward on it at the level that you want. That's what I talked about. It's so important to kind of know where you are before you know what that next step is. And so if, let's just say today I'm going to talk about you not knowing what your purpose is at all. So if you have no clue what your purpose is, but you know something's missing in your life and you want to move forward more on it, what I really recommend you start doing is start to let yourself connect with your desires more, okay? And you have to let go of making your decisions by what you can afford, by what's practical, by what's logical, what you should do. All those things stop you from knowing what your purpose is. So the four things I talked about. If you're living by, well, I should do this. If you hear yourself saying, I should do this, I should do it, but you don't really want to, that's going to block your purpose of you knowing what's in your heart's desire. If you catch yourself making a decision strictly based on money, like you just go, before you even consider something, you say, oh, I can't afford it, because that blocks it. See, because the how of like where the money's going to come from is God's job, Spirit's job. You have to admit in your desire that you want something, that you desire something in your life before you're going to get the answer of how to come up with the money. So you have to let go of the basing it on whether you can afford it. See, so if you hear yourself saying, I can't afford that, but you know you really want it, that's going to block your ability to know your purpose. Also, if you do something because it's the responsible, practical, logical thing and you don't want to do it, okay, that's going to stop your purpose. Now, I'm not saying not to be responsible, not to do the things you've committed to. But when you short circuit your ability to connect with your true desire, your heart's desire, what's in your heart, because either you're judging it by that you're not being responsible or that's not logical, that cuts it off. The idea is to connect with your heart, be open to your desires, and whether it seems silly or stupid, I don't know about you, but I used to say, oh, this is silly a lot. And it was me judging myself about something that I desired or that I was doing that I thought other people would think was silly or stupid, and that cut off my desire to know. It wasn't until I was being willing to be silly and do something that people might think is weird, like creating these personal divine presence portals or my sacred portals here, and and actually paint and create these sacred portals for people to commune with, that my purpose unfolded. It was me opening up to the desire of just I really want to create a painting. I actually painted Yogananda. I don't have him in here right now. He's in a different room. But I wanted to paint him where his power and energy was infused into the painting and that people would feel it when they saw him. And the remarkable thing, it was just this idea that dropped into my head. I always say it's a divine download. And I was too scared to even tell anybody. I just went out and had this intention and did created a little ritual and started doing it. And then I had somebody who was a disciple of Yogananda, who I did not know, happened to see the painting and come up and tell me that, oh, I can feel his power and his energy in it. And that was the very beginning of it. It was me allowing myself to step into a little inkling, a desire, a thought that I wanted, that I thought people would think was strange, and I did it anyway. So if you have no clue what your purpose is, what I recommend you do, like I said, is to not let yourself say I can't afford it, and to not let yourself make your decision on your should. You have to start checking in with yourself on what that desire is. It's one of the things I help people with is in my sacred portal coaching is the sacred portals show up and tell people like the very thing that's blocking them from knowing their desires, because it's difficult for people to see their own challenges. It's we all have a blind spot, and the blind spot is ourself. If you think about it, you've never actually seen your face, right? You've seen the reflection of your face in a mirror, but you can't see your face. You've seen your hand. You hold up your hand and your eyes. You can see it with your own eyes. But your actual face, you've never seen your own face. You've only seen reflections of it. And that's why I mean we all have a blind spot. We have our own challenges seeing ourselves, knowing our purpose, of seeing where the challenge is, of what's blocking us. That's why I tell everybody we all need help. I have coaches. I tell everybody that you need coaches, you need help. So if you have no clue, I really recommend finding help, getting yourself someone who can help reflect back to you, to help see what's stopping you, what's blocking your ability to see your purpose. But if you're not ready to do that and you just want to start doing something on your own, like I said, start to check in with yourself and observe whether you're only doing what you can afford and what you should do and what's practical and logical, and you're afraid of what other people think. All that will block you from knowing your purpose. All right? Have a miraculous day. Blessings.